Yes. Good afternoon. Welcome to another walk by the Thames. Yes. See, we've got the temporary wall set up now for the Reading Festival. It's covering quite a huge area actually. It's quite windy with clouds, and we are expecting some rain within the next couple of hours. So this is the temporary wall that I was talking about for the Reading Festival. They literally have taken a couple of days to set up a wall around this quite big area actually. It'll have a lot of living spots in there as well, so a lot of work goes into this festival preparation. I think roughly around hello, hi Pierre. So the festival attracts around roughly, I think last year it was more than 300,000 people that attended over a course of 3 days. Hi, thank you. Yeah, I'm out on a jog and a bit of walk by the Thames. You can see the Thames on this side, and this is the temporary wall set up for the Reading Music Festival. So there's going to be a lot of population growth in the next 10 to 12 days. Because a lot of people will be coming to attend the festival. So it's a nice little area for walk and for jog. So you could just see a young family passing by. Shows you how safe this area generally is. Sorry, John, I didn't get what you just mentioned there. So you can see just across the river, there are houses with big lawns there. It's quite a posh, pretty expensive area. So if I keep going on this path for around, I think 3.5 to 4 miles, I'd probably be crossing George Clooney's house. He has a, of course, it's not a house, it has to be a big estate by the river. So we are happy we did not have much of rioting around this area so far, although there sounds like some plans going on for the weekend, which is, I think it's not a good thing to do on a false flag to begin with. Hi. It's pretty strong town multiculturally. It's got population, massive population from Europe as well as from the subcontinent, which is South Asia. Oh, thank you.
And then
Got into a bit open space. This is what I was trying to show. You can see boats parked in there. They've got their own private parking as well for boats, which is a lovely thing to have. I think that usual Thames cruise is also on its way. Just behind the tree, you can see some people taking a ride there. I think it's roughly around 90-minute cruise. Haven't been on it yet, but planning to do so hopefully in the next couple of weeks before next year starts for kids. So you can see a lot of work going into the preparation for Reading Festival as well. It looks like a huge light up there. So this part of river is my favorite, just because the space is pretty open, and this gives a really nice look. Just across the water you can see some buildings, some houses, probably some B&Bs as well. That's a glimpse inside the area. So it's a very small part of this. It's spread for approximately 3/4 of a mile if we go straight. So it's covering quite a big area.
total distance 3.22 kilometers. Total time 28 minutes and 19 seconds. Speed pace 9 minutes 33 seconds per kilometer.
This particular area is built for walks and picnics. So you can see more people around this area. If I compare with probably half a mile back, it was very quiet. Not too many people about, but here you can see more. I can see at least 5 people in front of me. A couple of dog walkers behind me as well. It's quite windy today, and we are expecting some rain as well. Actually, it may start raining before I reach home. I'm roughly I think 2.5 miles from my home at the moment. I usually complete a circle of around 4.5 to 5 miles. Keep on doing some mini jogs in between. Just so that I'm sweating a little bit. Making heart race a bit. So where are you watching from? We're currently in Reading in England, just by the famous river Thames. So it's England. All right. Welcome ST Edits. Whereabouts in India? So which part of India are you in? Kerala. Kerala, the most educated state. I actually have got neighbors from Kerala. So what language do they speak? Is it Malayalam? Okay. No. Good to see. Is it raining there? Because I think whenever I've tried to watch something, I always find some rain in the programs. So does it rain a lot in the parts of Kerala? Okay. What sort of temperature is there? Like, are we talking about summer there? It must be monsoon at this time of the year, isn't it? Yeah, 26 degrees is not very different from what I'm walking in at the moment. It's 20 here. So the other side of this river is the place called Caversham. Caversham is comparatively an expensive place, sort of expensive postcode for this area. And you can see there's a canoe club just opposite the river. So I show you some people, I think, just planning to just go on some boats, some canoes. And while we are at it, I can just show you the number of vehicles around there for sorting everything out for the Reading Festival. So I'm originally from Pakistan, from Punjab. Yeah, from Pakistan. I was born in Pakistan. You can possibly make that from my accent as well. So as we're approaching the bridge now, so you can see more of the geese around and swans. A lot of people enjoying their drink. I can see some Nepali family walking towards us. So it's there is a significant population of the Nepalese, because there's this British Gurkha regiment. They still have a lot of Nepalese in that. Well, it's Gurkha, so it's surely has to have Nepalese in it. Yeah, exactly. But as long as one understands the accent, that's what is important. I have lived up north in Yorkshire, and I remember it was so hard to understand the accent in the early few weeks. But south is far more easier to understand. Although if you live in any area of England or Wales or even in Scotland, you just start understanding it pretty quick. It doesn't take very long to just understand the accent. So this in front of us is the Caversham Bridge, and you can see a lot of birds, a lot of pigeons around here as well. I'm just going to turn away from the river now, so that will be my way to go back to my home. So just on the other end is the Crown Plaza. So yeah, I was talking about some race related issues in the last couple of weeks. This has calmed down, although we're not out of the woods yet. There is some talk around the fact that we're likely to have some of that coming our way as well in Reading. But the very good thing about Reading is that it is quite a strongly multicultural part of the country. It's like mini London basically. It's the IT hub as well, so you find a lot of Indians around the area, because now everyone knows that if you catch up with an Indian anywhere in this town, you'll find there most of the times they are going to be an IT professional. So these are used Mercedes cars. I don't see price tags on these, but it just says approved used cars. They look nearly new. We've got a leisure complex just behind these trees, which has gym, indoor sports, swimming, so a lot of activities. It covers good space. Reading is actually quite a lively place. People generally live in harmony, so it's a nice place if you're coming from any other part of the world. Even if you're coming from within the UK, it's one of the very good places to be, because wherever there is multiculturalism, you find more tolerance, and you find less of destructive sort of people. So yeah, that's the leisure center. There's a huge parking in front of it. And then there's newly built secondary school on this end as well. So just as the school opens, I think in the next 4 weeks, so the authorities are trying to make sure that all the works in and around the school have completed. So you can see some roadwork signs around here. So it says roadworks are expected to be completed by the weekend, next weekend, not the coming one. So in about 8-9 days.
50 seconds. Split pace 10 minutes 15 seconds per kilometer.
There's this little garden center as well. So originally this part is the outskirts of Reading, basically end of Reading, and I think across this all was a big green belt which has just got a school in it now, but that's only on a very small part of the green belt. If you walk straight, you may find you can easily walk for a mile and a half in those green pastures. Again, as I have said, that this is all covering the area for Reading Festival. So you can see that temporary wall just started showing again. It's quite a busy road generally, so with some roadworks it becomes overly busy, and I think it's very likely the authorities will install some pedestrian crossings around here due to the school opening in the next 4 weeks, as I said. So around this area we usually see the big stage setup. Yeah, I think you can see some of the part of it being set up now. That's the main stage. This is where the main stage is going to be for Reading Festival. Sorry, a big truck has come in the way, so I won't be stopping to show the stage. Can't stop my walk. You can see the famous red letterbox around here. So it has, there are two, one for parcels and one for just the letters. They've got timings marked on it for collection. So we just, you can see some trains passing by. So Reading station is literally within half a mile towards this side, if I may say, towards east. So we're just passing under the train tracks. There's a very funny kind of a plaque here which says that someone named Lenny, who lived from 1909 to 1994, he literally lived under the original bridge for many years. Now, what I don't understand is, yes, you're honoring a man who was kind of homeless, who lived around here for so many years. Why was he not given somewhere to live? Not a great place to be homeless, honestly, because weather usually is colder and miserable. So if it was warmer generally, I think one can still survive outside, but with most of the months being cold, and if we go back by 30 years, it was definitely far more colder than how it is these days, because now that global warming shows the temperatures rising. But just imagine till 30 years ago, and he had lived here for many years till he died 30 years ago. So I definitely don't understand the idea behind someone spending money to put that plaque on there. Even if it was the council, they should be ashamed of themselves and should have used that sort of money for the old man to survive in better conditions rather than being under the bridge for many years. So this is the car hire place, Enterprise. Looks like a rail employee is walking in front of me. I think I'll just cross from here because it's empty. Just taking the advantage. So we're just approaching the old Reading town. You can see all these houses. We're actually walking on the outskirts of Reading. I think this is called the Salisbury Road. You can see houses are built in a certain way, and they're roughly around 150-year-old properties. Mostly. So look at this elderly lady cycling. Hello. Cycling around. to be on her routine business as well as being healthy. So we live in a strange world. One struggles to put food on the table first. When there's enough food, then one wants to buy a vehicle, maybe a bicycle to start with, and then going towards the cars. By the time one has cars, so already eaten too much of unhealthy by that time, then you go back to a bicycle to gain that health back. But some of the damage is already done by eating the kind of foods that we generally find in the supermarkets, mostly processed foods. You see too much of heart conditions, a lot of diabetes, cholesterol related problems in population around this region. I think the main culprit is the sort of foods that we get. So unhealthy foods are cheaper, and with the cost of living crisis going on over the years, well, over the last 3-4 years now, people have been eating more of junk sort of food, or whatever you buy from supermarkets, you buy the lowest quality because better quality foods are more expensive. The cost of living has definitely had a huge impact on general health of people. So we are in the newly built estate. This has got a reasonable amount of houses and apartments. These little apartment blocks, they literally have around 15 to 18 apartments in this, each box. And then there's a big one there in front of us, which probably houses more than 100 families. This place was originally the property of the main hospital of Reading, called the Battle Hospital, which I think more than 40 years ago, or probably 50 years ago, merged into the current main hospital called the Royal Berkshire Hospital. So my hand is tired now. I'll just take your leave. Thank you for joining. Take care. Bye.